A lot of times, our inferiority complex as exotical Barbies comes from our own narcissistic moms. Let's talk about it. Hi, exotical Barbies. One thing I noticed is that some exoticals, well, a lot of exoticals, face a lot of backlash or hate, and usually it's coming from their own house, their moms. Now, I did some research because I personally don't have a narcissistic mom, but I have seen from my own family members that do, and I see them firsthand and live with them firsthand. And I also see in TV shows and movies, and I really want to speak about this because I want to break down how it's installed with some exotic Barbies of colorism, featureism, texturism, putting men on our hierarchy, those things on our hierarchy. So let's break it down. First of all, I have some of the characters from TV shows and movies, like the movies Precious, Mother Gothel, Lucille Booth, and whatnot. I want to talk about first how to deal with this. So there's different types of narcissists. So one of the things I would say is that there's a YouTube channel that helped me, at least when I had to live with some narcissistic parents and whatnot, for my family members. The YouTube channel is called Med Circle, and on that channel is MEDCRRCLE. And on that channel, she really goes into detail about different types of narcissists, how to handle them, how to respond. Because if I had to tell you all this, we're going to be here all day because there's different varieties, which is why I put different TV show characters. But one of the things you'll notice as an Exotical Barbie, I'll give you some examples of when you have a narcissistic mom. It's like when she always bring up something about you to make you feel bad about yourself. Like, for example, Eleanor Waldorf of the Gossip Girl, she always bring up Blair's weight in season one, which caused Blair, unfortunately, to have a unhealthy relationship with food. And then there's also too where Lucille Bluth. Now, even though that's a comedy TV show, it she often tears down her daughter by always talking about her nose, like how it could be slimmer and how that dress make her look like a pig and things like that. So she also brings her down. Emily Gilmore, she always find a way to nitpick at Lorelai, her daughter. Even though Lorelai does something really great, she just finds a way to attack her, if that makes sense. So let's say you got a good grades on your report card, like all A's, right? And your mom's like, well, it's not as good as the other girl, or it's you could have got A+. So you probably notice those things. And also too, I'm not going to bring up colors and features and texturism because it also plays a role. Like, let's say they don't bring those stuff up, but they always bring up like, oh, you think you cute because you light skin? Or let's say your mom gave you an inferiority complex of you being dark skinned. So she'd be like, oh, well, you ain't pretty as those other light skins. Like, she trying to make you feel bad for you for you being a color of you are. You know what I'm saying? Also too, where they be like, you are a nappy head. I don't know what to do with your hair, probably because you have 3C hair, or she just don't want to take time to do your 4C hair. If you have like a white mother, you're like a mixed race daughter. You know what I'm saying? So it's like one of those things I noticed too. And if you, I want to give a story time, but let me know if you want to hear it because I don't know, like let me know. But I noticed that they do those things as well, and along with featureism, where I noticed that they try to be like, oh, well, you ain't that good looking. Probably you had a skinny nose, like you probably had a smelly nose, you're probably pretty. Or like, oh, well, your nose is too small. Can you even breathe? You know what I'm saying? Those are the type of things I'm talking about that parents trying to install on their children. Therefore, for them to have an inferiority complex, either had made them have a light skin guilt or to make that child, if they don't like have those things and whatnot, to make them feel insecure about who they are as a person, you know. And I realized this could really harm the child because moms generally sometimes bring up confidence within children, and I realized I could really tear it down. So I would definitely say, to order to how to respond to that and look at that, one thing I noticed is don't engage. Okay. Besides watching, I'm telling you guys, watch the YouTube channel Med Circle. Go subscribe because she really helped me a lot, and she helped my other family members a lot how to deal with these narcissistic people. As you see characteristics, of narcissists. She's also have a YouTube channel. We already said that TikTok channel, so go follow her on that too. But another thing I noticed is that if you don't respond, they won't engage because they feed off you responding. Narcissists love to get off you arguing. They love to argue, because it makes them feel seen, if that makes sense. Also too, like for me, I remember one time I think I told you guys my other channel, when I grew up in the cult, and I remember one of the things they would do to my hair is that they would either like threaten to cut it off, or they would threaten to because I usually at that time wore fake ponytails or wigs and whatnot when I was younger, and I remember they used to threaten to take it off and like cut my hair and make me wear these hairstyles, so for me, I remember at that time. Now I'm just saying what I would do, but you can do as you want. Is that I stopped wearing those things and I started growing my hair. And I would just do it say that helped me in the long run, because they was like, oh, we can't do anything to you because you already, like, you're wearing your own hair. And when they was trying to cut it, they couldn't because I always wore my hair in like a small bun. So it's like they was like, oh, well, it gave them nothing to do. So with that being said, let's say your parents like, oh, if you don't do this, I won't buy the stuff that you need. I recommend even you starting your own YouTube channel, or you working or something like that. You know what I'm saying? But I really highly advise you go to Med Circle because you have other alternatives than what I'm saying right now. Another thing is that because I know sometimes the insecurity can run really deep, is that to work on yourself. You know what I'm saying? To really work on yourself. Because one thing I noticed about with narcissists is that, especially if you're in that relationship, is that you can unknowingly pick up habits or pick up the thinking without you realizing, especially if you was raised, what I'm saying, in your impressionable child. So like, for example, if you're like, oh, well, license, you're only pretty because you're licensed. Why are you saying that? Why are you thinking that? You know what I'm saying? Look the thing yourself like, and then you probably be like, oh, I'm saying this because my mom told me that as a child, because she thought I was ugly because I was dark skinned. And then you need to be like, no, I'm not ugly because I'm dark skinned. I am beautiful. And I'm not going to put someone down or bring someone up to make me feel beautiful. Wait, that didn't make sense. I'm so sorry. What I'm trying to say is, yeah, I'm not going to bring someone down to make me feel beautiful. You know what I'm saying here? Or you'd be like, oh, she only prettier because of this. Why are you saying that? Do you remember someone telling you that? You might be like, oh, wait, they did. Like, I remember I posted not that long ago on either one of the shorts or on the videos of how to heal, how to handle those things. That video of the girl when she said nappy, and when she expressed like, oh, I remember someone told me this, and because of that, I've been using that word. It's going to take years probably to heal or unravel this. So don't be too hard on yourself. You're not going to unravel it overnight. I mean, it took me, and still now, to unravel and to engage, because sometimes you probably won't put another person down when not of your differences. You probably be like for me, I mean, it was like a long time ago when I was like, I remember because I used to be bullied as a mixed person. So I used to try to convince everyone that I was black, to the point I was making fun of other mixed people. You know what I'm saying? That's why I made that video of as a light skin, because I used to be one of those people. And I realized what I was doing. And I did went back and apologize to those people. And I realized, oh my gosh, I was being insecure because of what I was told I was younger. And I realized it was wrong. So that's one of the biggest things. Another thing is instill confidence within yourself. You do not need your mother's approval to know that you are a human. Okay, I've seen so many Exotical Barbies feel as though they need to prove to their mothers or prove, to their grandmothers who raised them and whatnot, that I am beautiful because I'm this and the other. I am mixed race. Don't try to deny this and whatnot. Narcissists won't accept anything. When you come to realization of who they are as a person, and don't get me wrong, it's not bad to have hope, but it's good to have realization so you will give yourself peace because you deserve peace. Okay? And with that being said, you don't need to keep proving to someone about who you are, or you don't need to how should I say, educate someone who doesn't even care. Like, for example, you'd be like, no, grandma, I like, let's say your grandma raised you, like, no, grandma, I am mixed race and whatnot. She's like, oh no, you're not. You're just this, and the other. And then you're like, no, don't go back and forth. Realization. Okay. And yeah, this is all that I have. Let me know if you want more or tell your story. Like, have you ever had that experience, And, have you ever had that guilt of who you are as an exotical Barbie, and did you ever let it go? Are you still working on it? Have you just realized it? Also, too, have you seen a YouTube channel, Med Circle? I will tag the channel down below. Anyways, I love you all. I hope you guys having a great summer. And yeah, bye, Exotical Barbies.